All right, welcome to Total Pro Nation's Lambo's Water Sports featuring the Big Brother featured Silent Sports Network. If you need your merch, you go to TotemPoleNation.com. Hats, hoodies, cups, anything that is affordable. Total Pro merch. It is comfortable. It is great fit to wear. Now, Sunday is always NFL Day, and we're probably exactly about maybe 28 days away from Thanksgiving. Not only that, but this is the playoff matchup from years ago. Rams versus the Cowboys. I understand the Rams are the youngest team in the NFL. They struggled. The offensive line needs some work. Their running back, I think Kyron Williams, went on like IR for about 4 weeks. So that kind of doesn't help. They got Darrell Henderson, who's a starting running back probably for the Cowboys this Sunday. He will be starting. Cowboys are coming off a bye week. Obviously, I know you nauseating Cowboy fans are saying we won on a bye week. Nobody gives a goddamn. And if you watched the previous episode on Monday, you see how he shaves his face and all that. He wants the Cowboys, and he's not saying this on record. If miracles happen on miracles, if the Dallas Cowboys somehow win the rest of their games and possibly reach the NFC Championship game, I guess he'll have his face kept like this.
Well, I'm not. Here's the thing. I'm letting the mustache grow as big as it wants to go.
Oh, big as it goes. Okay.
So the mustache is going to be bushy as hell, and then I'm going to keep everything else shaved. Very much not my normal look. I will say that, but for the sake of it, this is also for the Hokies too. Can't leave my boys out here. You can go watch Monday's episode if you want, but if you don't, I'll fill you in on the context. This is a winning streak mustache. All right. I'm looking right into the camera right now. This is a winning streak mustache.
Oh.
My boys are going to put the hammer down here tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I get you.
It's going to happen.
Oh.
And this is here to stay. It's here to stay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, I gave you the Virginia Tech one. I don't know about the Dallas Cowboys, but I'm going to be realistic. I'm going to go ahead and take the Cowboys in this one. I'm not confident in the Rams. Now, Matthew Stafford's a great quarterback. Sean McVay's a great coach, but you're young. They got to figure things out in the run game and the O-line, and the defense ain't really that good. I'm not confident in that defense stopping CeeDee Lamb, Gallup, Brandon Cooks, Kevontae Turpin if he plays, Tony Pollard. I'm not confident they're going to stop that. They got Aaron Donald, but Aaron Donald can't damn do everything. But I'm just not confident in the secondary of the Rams. I'm going to go ahead and stick with the Cowboys. If they lose, I'm still going to hate on the Cowboys, but I'm going to be safe. And I'm going to pick the Dallas Cowboys because obviously they're a better overall team. I understand that they got injured at defensive end, but they have corners. They still have Stephon Gilmore. The Rams, I don't know who great corners they have. You got rid of Jalen Ramsey last year. He went to the Miami Dolphins. So I'm sorry, Sean McVay. I just don't see it. The only way the Rams will win it is if they stay ahead and keep the score ahead. If they play from behind, I find it very hard for them to win. So I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going with the Cowboys too. The line is 6.5, and I don't know if we win by a touchdown or more. But I do know that this Rams defense is pretty average, and I also know that Matt Stafford hasn't been playing very sharp. He's under 60% completion percentage. That's 30th in the league. He's got a 7-6 touchdown to interception ratio. And like you mentioned, Kyron Williams, he's still 7th in the league right now in rushing yards, but he's on IR. So it doesn't do anything for him. Royce Freeman came in and played a game last week, and he played pretty well, but I don't know if that continues against this Dallas defense. Obviously, stopping Puka and Coop are going to be a huge challenge, but also this Dallas team has the healthiest injury report that it's had in, I think, like 10 years is what the Dallas website had. They're clean. Obviously, Diggs and Van Der Esch are on IR, but outside of, I think we have 3 guys on IR, including CJ Goodwin, who's a safety linebacker duo, or hybrid, I should say. Everyone else is off the injury report. Our injury report is literally clean. So this will be the 3rd consecutive game we have our complete starting O-line, D-line. Deron Bland has been one of the best corners in the league this year. And then you look at our defense as a whole, it's 5th overall, 3rd when it comes to passing. I understand the run defense is average. That's kind of been the case the past like 3-4 years with this defense, but the secondary continues to get better. And we're 4th in points allowed as well. Like the defense doesn't allow many points per game. Obviously, we saw the anomaly with San Francisco, but besides that, and obviously you can't just excuse it, but statistically they are 4th in points allowed. And then you go to the offensive side, we still have a top 10 rushing offense. The passing numbers are down for sure, but that I think is more accredited to Mike's play calling rather than Dak and CD's performance. Like after CD made a public statement, which this has happened with multiple receivers this year, Jamar being like the first, saying I'm always open basically. And that's what CD did as well. CD goes out, has a 100-yard game and a win. I think that continues this week, especially against a very average defense. I think that the offense, this could be like a wake-up game to the rest of the, guys when it comes to passing. Like I mentioned, top 10 in rushing offense already. That's not a surprise with Tony Pollard in the backfield. But there hasn't been as much consistent production in the passing game. Again, I think that's more on Mike for his play calling than it is on Dak and the boys there. But, Gallup had like 10 targets in the last game, and he only caught 2, most of those being his fault. So there are things to clean up. But I think I trust our offense versus that defense for sure. And then I definitely trust our defense versus Matthew Stafford, who's playing one of the worst seasons of his career so far. So not really a surprise. He was out with an injury all year, and he's getting old, and we understand. Like we didn't even know if he was gonna play this year, and he had to like come out publicly on his wife's podcast or whatever and be like, yes, like I'm playing this year. But it was a serious question because he had a neck injury, and then he didn't play all last year and all this stuff. So they're still a good team. Matt is still a great quarterback. Puka and Cooper are obviously 2 of the top receivers in the league. I don't know where I'd rank them, but Coop is, I don't think he's done anything to take himself out of like that top 3 area where he's been the past 2 years. So it's not going to be easy. I think it'll be tough for Dallas to cover the 6.5, but I am taking them to win.
Well, they still have Puka Nacua. He's going to get some points scored. He's going to get some receptions. He's going to get some touchdowns. But they still have Cooper Kupp as well. But it just comes down to, they're going to get the numbers. But I think it just comes down to the end-of-game situation. I didn't like the way the Rams handled the end-game situation against the Steelers. They had the lead, and then the Steelers came back. So it comes down to the Rams. They can play for 4 quarters. We'll have to see how that goes. But the Cowboys do have all the talent. But like I said, it comes to expectations when it comes to Dallas Cowboys. The Rams, we don't expect them to have any expectations, but make the playoffs, again, probably blown out and go home. But when it comes to these Cowboys, we expect expectations, and I don't think that mustache will grow starting on Sunday. But it will happen tomorrow. But once it hits Sunday after 4 o'clock, you will have to make changes. All right? Now, next in Lambo Sports, Patriots versus the Dolphins, all right? We played the Dolphins week 2 in Sunday Night Football. We beat the Bills, but this is a hard offense you have to stop. Now, defense did great the first game, but our offense was atrocious. Now, can our offense put up some points? Again, I will let you know our thoughts on the Patriots versus the Dolphins, but don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to Total Pro Nation Lambo Sports. We'll catch you next 5 minutes for the Miami Dolphins versus my one and only New England Patriots. Peace. Adios.